Hi, it's Rachel and it's been a while. It's been almost a full year since I've done an update, but I have been doing a little bit of stitching. It's been quite a hectic year for various reasons, and I've not got as much done as I would have liked to have done, but hey ho, I'm moving on and have been stitching for the past few months, and I'd like to share where I'm up to. So if you remember, which you probably don't because my last video was December 2017, but I had several projects that I was working on. Not made so much progress. There's a couple that I haven't worked on at all. I haven't worked on my Mirabilia, My Lady's Garden, and I haven't worked on Dimensions 12 Days of Christmas, and haven't worked on Dimensions Wreath of All Seasons. But I have worked on a few other things. So I'll come to the ones I haven't done much work on first. So this one here is a Dimensions kit that I said I was taking to work. Well, that kind of, didn't go according to plan, but I have a little bit done. I really want to get this finished, to be honest, so it's staying home, and I think I'm going to do quite a lot of work on this and get it finished off, because it shouldn't take too long if you put the time in. So that's Hydrangea in Bloom. Then another one that I haven't done very much on, the Design Works Snowman Ornaments. I don't think they have a name, these. I think I said that last time as well. Anyway, these ones, again, are pulling progress. I'm still on this one here. All I've done since last year is put the scarf in, and yeah, there's still some to fill in there. But again, I want to get at least one of them done for this Christmas. We'll see how that goes. So they're the things that I haven't done a whole lot on. This one is, well, I'll show you this is what it's going to look like. Anchor kit from a magazine called Summer in Bloom, I think, something like that. I've done some work on this one. Last time you saw it, I hadn't done any of the leaves, and I hadn't done, where are we, this bit here, which is the honeysuckle. I really like the way the honeysuckle came out. There's a lot of French knots on there that I'm still not confident with, but they came out okay. And then I did all the leaves there. And then I brought the border down on this side as well. So again, it's not been touched for a good while. I've been working on some other things, so obviously I want to get some progress on that. Then my new start for the year was this one, which is a Lanarte kit with a Marjolein Bastin design. It's called 4 Seasons. And if you follow me on Pinterest, you'll know that I have done a fair amount of work on this one. And it's quite a big design, so where are we? So I've done, I'd say, just over half. So I've got all the spring section done there. I love the little eggs. In fact, I love all of this. I like the daffodils in the border, the little bunnies, the chair, and then there's the watering can, which I really like, and that cute little snail. And then just wind it up a little bit. And then, hang on, a little bit more. And then I've got the hedgehog, and the little peanuts come down onto a bird, and that's kind of the winter scene, which I haven't really done yet. And then I've started the toadstool. I've done the little horse chestnuts, and there's a little mouse on that side that I really like. Let's see if I can get a close up on the mouse. Hang on. There we go, and the blackberries. So it's not too far off. I did get a little burnt out on it because I did a substantial amount of work on it sort of for days and days and days and didn't rotate anything, and then kind of put it down for a bit and didn't do any stitching at all for a while, and then picked up a brand new project. So I made another new start. So my other new start, I've done exactly the same thing, worked on it for days and days. So I started this 2 weeks ago. This is Designworks Frog Pile, which I really like the bright colours on this one. The threads, yeah, I'm not overly impressed with the Designworks threads. It does come with the DMC numbers on the chart, although they're not necessarily DMC threads. It says on the instruction bit that the numbers are there, but they're not necessarily DMC, and I suspect that some of the markers, some of them feel a little bit softer and nicer to work with, but I don't know, I could just be making that up, I guess. But this is where I'm at. Again, I've been posting this on Instagram, so if you follow me there, you've probably seen some kind of update. So that yellow frog, just below his eye is the halfway mark, I think, on this project. So that's not bad for 2.5 weeks. Let's get you a little bit closer. There's a fair amount of back stitching on it, but it's really easy back stitching and it goes quite quick. But I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. So I think I might carry on and finish this. I don't know. We'll see, because I think I seem to be putting things down and then not really going back to them. So I'm not sure if I'm good with rotations or not. I think not is actually the answer to that, since I haven't really stuck with anything. But the other thing I have is a finish, and this it didn't have so much to go. It's the Soda Stitch Sweet Bears, but if you watched my previous video, or if you remember that far back, I stitched the original Soda Stitch chart, and then I found somebody online that had charted 2 extra tiers or 3 extra tiers, so I put those on as well. So this is quite a big piece, kind of goes on and on. I'm not sure what the best way to show this is, but there's, in fact, if I come a little bit closer, how about that? So if we start there, I'll try and get it as close as I can. And then come up. I really like the French macarons, the colourful macarons on that tier. And the cookies as well, the little chocolate chip cookies were really nice the way they turned out. A lot of back stitching on those though. Well, there's back stitching all the way through. Let me try and straighten this up a bit. It's really hard to try and navigate the camera when you can't actually see where you're holding things. And then my favourite bit, I think, is the blueberry pie or blueberry cake at the bottom. So that is, yeah, it's not going to fit on. It's pretty tall. So that's my only finish of the year, but it's a substantial finish. Granted, most of it was done last year, but we'll overlook that. It's a finish all the same. I can't afford to get it framed yet because obviously it's a big piece and pennies are a little tight at the moment. So that is kind of everything that I've been working on. Purchase wise, not very much. I've been doing stitch from stash for most of the year. In fact, most of the year I haven't been stitching that much, so I think when you're not stitching that much you tend to not look online as much. But I did pick up 2 dimensions kits that I've had on my wish list for a long while. and they came up on eBay at a reasonable price. So the first one is White Lightning, which, yeah, there's lots of glare there. I just really like that one. So that is, how big is it? 15 by 12, which is a decent size. And the other one I've hunted and hunted and hunted for, never seen it at a reasonable price. And this is the Hummingbird Wreath. So I happened to find somebody, they wanted £70 for it, which in terms of how much it's going for is about average, I think. But I didn't want to pay that much for a, you know, for any kit really, unless it was something like a chatelaine, obviously. So I sent them a best offer at £60, so £10 difference, and they rejected that offer and sent another one saying we'll accept 65, and I was like, no, £60 was my offer, I'm not paying 65. So I rejected it, and then they emailed me like 10 minutes later and said, okay, then I'll take 60, submit your offer again. And then I was like, oh really, £60, still quite a lot. And then I discovered that had a £10 eBay voucher. I don't even know where it came from, it must have been some kind of promotion or something. So with £60 and the £10 voucher, we made it £50, which was much more reasonable to me. Still a lot of money for a kit, but you know, not in the scheme of things, not overly priced. Some people are paying that for discontinued charts on their own. So yeah, that is just about everything. I'd love to say, oh, I've got one more thing. I bought one more chart. See, it's on my Kindle, so to remind me, I just looked at my Kindle. This one is called Space Giraffe, and I just thought he was gorgeous. That is from that person's Etsy shop, and I'm not sure, she's Russian, I think. I'm not sure what her name is, I don't want to mispronounce it, and I'm not sure the camera's picking it up so well, but I'll try and remember to put a link to that. But I just really liked it. I love the colours on it, the purples and the yellows, and thought it was cute. So that is it in terms of purchases, and that is it in terms of updates, I think. Not sure when the next one will be, because who knows, but I am going to try and hopefully stay stitching and hopefully show some more significant progress shortly. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the update, hope everybody is well and you're cracking on with your own stitching and making good progress, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.